9 Investigates has learned millions of taxpayer dollars have been spent to settle lawsuits against the Orlando Police Department.
And many of the suits have to do with officer misconduct.
Tonight, the man seen being kicked in this video went to Orlando City leaders today demanding change. At 6, why he and community leaders say reassigning the accused officers is not enough.
How 2 officers who have lied on an official police report are still working is beyond me.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Why don't you tell us what you think happened and why you have chosen not to discipline your officers because you apparently think they did nothing wrong?
Well, like I said, that's only a small piece of the picture, and I'm not going to comment until I have the full and complete investigation.
Hundreds of people show up for an End Police Brutality rally near the mall at Millennia.
Local family says Orlando police officers used excessive force when they shot and killed their son during a controversial police operation. They say their son was unarmed when it happened.
A grand jury said the operation was poorly planned and Gamble's death should not have happened, but they didn't indict Bigelow, leaving the victim's mom, Tangela Lippett, confused.
If you criticize officers for not doing their job, why shouldn't they get indicted?
Shocking video. Watch this. An Orlando officer using a knee strike to take down a suspect inside jail. Well, tonight, that officer is facing charges that he went way over the line.
Arrestee Robert Lee's in cuffs for not paying a bar tab, hit so hard his spleen burst.
Greg, OPD won't talk to us about the case, but Rebecca Davis's attorney believes OPD did not want their deputy chief to have to admit on the stand that he lied during an investigation about what he did to a woman with pepper spray during a traffic stop here on the 408 near Conway.
As Deputy Chief Pigman reports directly to the police chief, the camera later caught him saying Davis should enjoy the pain of the pepper spray.
Orlando police investigating one of its officers in connection with a violent arrest. They're looking at video posted to YouTube that shows Officer William Escobar punching and kicking a handcuffed suspect back in March. Rufus Holloway was initially charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting arrest, but all charges were dropped.
Officers on scene told Internal Affairs they saw Fugate punch the suspect so hard it knocked him to the ground.
Is there any way that anyone could have perceived that you had thrown him back to the ground?
Not from what I saw and from what I did, I don't.
The state attorney's office doesn't agree.
Assembling in front of the Orange County Courthouse to protest police violence. It is the latest in a string of protests following the deaths of black men at the hands of police officers. They also want to bring attention to some local cases.
East Cabeza claims Orlando police officer Frederick Dantes beat him outside Blue Martini at Mall at Millennia. Channel 9's Ryan Hughes got a hold of new documents tonight. Ryan, that includes statements from eyewitnesses, and those statements indicate that Cabeza was pleading for help as the officer pummeled him with a baton that night.
Watch this cell phone video. You can hear Orlando police officers hitting their shields with their batons as they get ready to walk down a residential street on Saturday night. At the end of the street, police launched smoke canisters to get the crowd to go home. There were no arrests.
New this hour, an Orlando business owner claims he was ambushed by Orlando police who approached him in an unmarked van. Now he is suing, saying his civil rights were violated and police used excessive force.
Got sprayed with mace. I tried to pick my head up again. Asked him who was it. I got sprayed with mace again in my nose.
Police realized he wasn't the suspect and he wasn't driving the stolen car, but he was arrested for trying to run and 2 other charges. All charges were soon dropped.
9 Investigates uncovered growing concerns about how Orlando police unleashed their canines.
Immediately after Eyewitness News broke the story of a 13-year-old boy severely mauled by an Orlando police canine, these images went viral.
9 Investigates discovered the Orlando Police Department is facing another federal lawsuit over allegations of excessive force.
This is Gregory Henry, swollen and bruised after what he calls a violent encounter with 4 Orlando police officers who he says were taking the lead from Officer William Anderson.
You were trying to kill me. My exact words, he said, no, if I wanted to kill you, what I should have done is took my baton and beat the living out of you.
Anderson has 18 citizens' complaints in his personnel file for similar complaints.
In January, the city of Orlando was facing 22 lawsuits over officers' behavior. It's now up to 26.
OPD would not comment because of the pending litigation. The department has not changed any policy since this incident, and all 4 officers are still with the department. Vanessa.